start. I'm in Matthew 5, verse 11. It says, "Blessed are you when they revile and persecute you and say all kinds of evil against you, falsely for my name's sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so they persecuted the prophets who were before you. You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its flavor, how then shall it be seasoned? It is then good for nothing, but is thrown out and trampled underfoot of men. You are the light of the world. The city that's set on a hill cannot be hid." Verse 15, "Nor do they light lamps and put it under baskets, but on a lampstand, that it may give light to all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify God, or your Father in heaven." So this is a part of the Sermon on the Mount. It's one of Jesus's major teachings. And he says, "Blessed are you when they revile and persecute you and do all kinds of evil against you falsely for my name's sake," for the name of Christianity. He says, "Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. They persecuted the prophets before you. They persecuted you, and they persecuted me. You are the salt of the earth. But the salt, when it loses its flavor, how shall it then be seasoned?" And really, what the Bible's telling us here, that salt that has no flavor, salt that has no taste, is really good for nothing. I mean, when you look at what does salt do? Salt preserves meat. They use it to preserve meat. It kills crops. If you put salt in the ground, it'll kill crops. But you season it. It's used as a seasoning. So the Bible's really telling us that we are a seasoning to humanity. We're a light to humanity. We bring fruit to humanity. We bring light to humanity. And so while we're going through our lives and we're living out Christianity, our lives should be seen, should be felt, and God isn't going to light us up and set us in a hidden place. I mean, we're meant to be in the streets, we're meant to be in the factories, we're meant to be in the workplace, in the markets, and living a life of Christianity before humanity. I often said this in my Bible studies, that if you look like the guy next door, if you're just like your neighbor who doesn't know Jesus, and you speak the same way, you live the same way, except you go to church, you really, what good are you? I mean, really, and that's what it says here. Let me just use his words. It says, "Then it's good for nothing." That's Jesus. That's not me. It says, "But to be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men." So Jesus doesn't light us. He didn't save us to light us up and to give us the ability to bear fruit before the world, to not be seen by the world. It's important that we're seen. We're not hidden. And here in verse 14 it says, "You are the light of the world. A city that's set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do men light lamps and put them under baskets." God isn't going to hide you or hide me in a place where we can't be seen. He wants us seen. He wants us different. He wants us living the fruit, living the Word of God before humanity. Otherwise, what good are we? I mean, basically, he says you're good for nothing other than to be thrown out. So let our light shine. Let them see Jesus. At the end of our lives, you look at my life, your life, I mean, we're all going to die one day if Jesus doesn't come back. The only thing we'll have done for Jesus is bringing light and bringing fruit to the world. That's it. And so I think we need to really get our arms around this. I think it's a time for purification, a time to go into holiness, a time to clean up our jokes. I mean, nobody needs to hear about my past unless it's in a testimony. I don't want to glorify my past. I was delivered from my past. I don't want to be a clown and telling jokes and getting laughs and showing things. I just don't. I want to be a serious man of God who views my relationship with Jesus Christ as the only thing that counts in my life, or the primary thing that counts in my life. So anyway, God bless you guys. Thank you for